Welcome back to Jyoti Hydroponics farm videos. Let's get started to get better at farming. Today, we will learn about the list of meters we actually require in our hydroponic system for our control environment. Any hydroponic engineer that is actually planning to set up their own farm or is working anywhere, they always need to have these 14 to 15 meters that are shown on the screen. The first one is sodium and potassium meter, which is actually required when we are planning for Dutch bucket NFT system or we are planning for hydroponic grow bag system. So there, the substrate that we'll be using, that will be coco peat, which actually requires sodium and potassium meter because this would determine the content of sodium and potassium in coco peat after buffering or washing your coco peat. So make sure that you always have sodium and potassium meter if you are doing hydroponic grow bag system or hydroponic Dutch bucket NFT system. The next comes the CO2 meter. Now, why we need the CO2 meter in our control environment? The reason is, as we are growing our plants in a control environment, that is in our polyhouse. So during night time, what we do is we close all the vents of our polyhouse, and that actually makes the polyhouse a CO2 bomb. Because in the night or in the evening after 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, the sun goes down. And after the sun goes down, the plants start actually giving out carbon dioxide, that is CO2. We always need to maintain the CO2 level in our polyhouse. That time, when we have CO2 meter there in our polyhouse, we can have a regular checkup after 3 hours or 4 hours just to confirm if the ppm level of carbon dioxide doesn't reach above 1500. So that CO2 meter has to be there because this CO2 is actually consumed when the first light in the morning falls on the plants. So during the night time, the CO2 meter helps us to keep and maintain our CO2 level between 1000 to 1500 ppm, because anything above 2000 or 2500 ppm level, the plant will be unhappy and they'll go stressed and they'll die eventually. So we need to always make sure that we should have a CO2 meter in our control environment in our polyhouse, because it's our duty to actually make our polyhouse a CO2 bomb, so that in the morning when we have maximum level of CO2 in our environment, in our actually the polyhouse environment, that time we need to make sure that plants actually take all that carbon dioxide for photosynthesis and grows very fast, because this kind of control environment that we are doing for our hydroponic system increases the growth of the plant by 10 to 15%, even 20% if it is monitored very attentively. To be very clear here, the CO2 level, generally, if we talk about our environment, the air that we have on our earth, in that we actually have approximately 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and 1% is other gases. From that 1% other gases, we only have 0.15% of carbon dioxide. And that 0.15% of carbon dioxide is being used by plants for photosynthesis and generating fruits, oxygen, vegetables for our livelihood. So here, this is the technology that we are using by increasing the CO2 level during the night, capturing it in our polyhouse for the morning period to actually make plants consume that CO2, which when compared to the environment outside, the CO2 level in our polyhouse would be much higher than the outside environment. So this is the reason why we need CO2 meter in our polyhouse, because we never want our polyhouse to be stressed. Not actually the polyhouse, but the plants in the polyhouse to be stressed, because with the CO2 meter we can actually get the correct information about the CO2 level that we need to have in our polyhouse. Now next comes the wind velocity meter. Now why we need this wind velocity meter actually? This wind velocity meter is actually required when we are building our polyhouse. After our polyhouse is actually completely built, it's actually completely constructed, we actually that time require wind velocity meter in our polyhouse to check out whether any air is actually passing through polyhouse after closing all the vents in the polyhouse. Because there we need to make sure that there is not a single passage of air in our polyhouse, because we want to make that polyhouse a CO2 pump for our plants. So make sure that you have even a wind velocity meter. Also, it is required whenever we feel or whenever we see that the wind is blowing very fast or wind is going above 40 or 50 or 60 miles. That time we need to make sure that we close all the vents of our polyhouse, because otherwise, if we are not closing our polyhouse, the polyhouse would become a balloon and would just burst. It would be actually ruining all the setup by losing all the capitals that we have actually invested in our hydroponic system. Next comes the pH meter, and as we discussed earlier, pH meter is actually required for testing the pH value of the substrate that we are using in our hydroponic system. Also for the nutrient that we are actually adding to our plants. For that even also we require pH meter. Same goes with EC meter. EC meter is again required for the coco peat that we are using for our hydroponic system, or any other substrate that we are using for our hydroponic system. And EC meter is also required for the nutrients that we'll be using for our hydroponic system. Next comes the wet and dry bulb thermometer. Now this thermometer actually is required to check the humidity level of our hydroponic system. Now this humidity part we'll be discussing it in our other session. So for the time being, this is actually required to check the humidity in our polyhouse as compared to the actually outside environment of the polyhouse. Eighth one is lux meter. Now people, they are very much confused with the lux and power meter. Either they take only lux meter or they take only power meter. People, they feel as if the power meter is very expensive, so they only use lux. So we'll also be discussing difference between lux and power in our next session, but just a brief introduction about the lux and power meter here. Lux meter actually measures the amount of light in a space or on a particular work surface. I'll again repeat, it only measures the amount of light in a space or on a particular workspace. And the power meter measures the correct light intensity that we are using for our plants in our polyhouse. We'll be also discussing the right amount of intensity that we actually require for our plants in hydroponic system in the next videos. So need not to worry about that. 10th is DLI meter. This is one of the best instruments that we have in our hydroponic system. This is actually daily light integral. This actually measures the total amount of light received in a single day in a particular area. So if we are installing a DLI meter in our polyhouse, so for our polyhouse, it will actually measure the total amount of light received in a single day. So this gives you the complete information about 24 hours, that actually gives the monitoring of light being used by plants in a single day. DLI can be used to quantify photosynthetically active radiation, that is PAR, as moles of photons or light per square meter per day. So this actually records complete light that plants are actually using for photosynthesis in 24 hours. We'll be discussing about the same in the later stage again. 11th one is environment thermometer and infrared thermometer. The reason why we actually require the environment thermometer is to compare the outside temperature with the temperature in our polyhouse. For that, we are using infrared thermometer, or we can also use any digital thermometer that can be actually placed in our polyhouse anyway. The next three meters are soil moisture meter, soil pH meter, and soil EC meter. This is actually required for two kind of hydroponic system, and that is hydroponic Dutch bucket NFT system or hydroponic grow bag NFT system or hydroponic grow bag system. These are actually required on our substrate because this would give us the regular information about the coco peat moisture content, then coco peat pH reading and the coco peat EC reading. So these are actually required to actually monitor the moisture level, pH level and EC level of our substrate on regular intervals. So these are 14 to 15 list of meters we actually require in our hydroponic system. So this information about the list of meters would have really given you the actual information about the environment in which we work, or our hydroponic system has to be monitored very carefully. Hope so you really enjoyed this session of video. We will see you in the next session. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.